Hey everybody, in this video what we're going to do is go over what we've done so far, which is create an AWS account. We've created 3 accounts, and we've created a AWS Identity Center login from Azure so that we can have single sign-on enabled. We've also configured the granted so that we can easily get to open our accounts. So right now, as you know, we have 2 ways to open the accounts. We can go into Azure, go to myapps.microsoft.com, click on Identity Center, and it's going to bring up this screen, which has all the AWS accounts that we are entitled to. So right now you can see we have 3: the org account, the dev account, the prod account. So if we go into the org account, we can choose Management Console. So this is through SSO. So the way I prefer to do it, though, is to go through Granted and double click that. And what it does is it brings it up in a new window. And let's see if I can bring that window opened up on my other screen here. So let's go back, let's open it up, let's bring that over, and here's the console. So the console's open, you just click on these, and I can open dev the same way, and here comes dev. So I can have dev open, I can have prod open. You can see that these are not the same, they look like they're the same, 4160, and if we open up this one, 2862. So these are different accounts. And this is the org account. The only problem with this is it doesn't really tell you what account you're in. I don't know if there's a better way to do that. If anybody has any suggestions for that, let me know, because if you're running a bunch of accounts, you got to be very careful not to open up the wrong account, or work in the wrong account rather. So if I go in here, if I wanted to work on, S3 here, you've got to do a sanity check and make sure you're in the right account. Now normally that's not going to be so bad, because what you can do is you go into your account, make sure you have what you expect to see. If you expect to see a number of EC2 instances and you see none, well, then you're in the wrong account. So I wish there was a name here. There isn't. Yeah, there's no name here. It doesn't really tell you that. That would be nice. Okay. So let's go back to, it's saying I need permissions here. I am administrator here. AWS administrator access. Let's see, which account is that? Maybe that's my dev account. Let's try to go into I am Identity Center over here. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have it set up. So it's going to tell me I can't set it. That's interesting. I don't have access to billing. Alright, so we'll take a look at that, see why that is. But right now, what I want to do is, we have our org account, we have our dev and prod accounts. What I want to do is I want to start setting up our Terraform configuration and bringing up VPCs, subnets, NAT gateways, and all of that type of configuration. And I want to show you how we do that with Terraform. You can also use native cloud orchestration or configuration management. So if I go into Cloud Formation, this is the native one. You can create and manage resources here with stacks, stack sets. You need to know this if you want to get, if you want to go and become certified in AWS. You're going to become familiar with Cloud Formation. But the problem with Cloud Formation, it's only for AWS. You can't use it for other clouds like Azure. You have to just use it for here for AWS. So it doesn't, it's not portable. It's not as, it's good, And it's fine if you're just in AWS, but most companies are in multiple clouds, and they're in multiple clouds just because you need to be for for safety, to keep everything running, and for reliability, and in case one of these clouds has a problem, which happens a few times. It's happened a few times in the past couple of years where either Azure or AWS, or not even sure about Google Cloud, but I know AWS and Azure, they've had issues in the past, so you've got to be prepared for that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to go to get VS Code. We're going to download VS Code right now. So let's search for VS Code. There's VS Code. So Visual Studio Code, this is what many people use to write code. So we'll download the stable build for Windows. And what we're going to do is we're going to install this once it's downloaded. Here it comes. And let's open that up. And it's coming up here on the other screen, so let me bring that over. So you accept the agreement. Next. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Visual Studio Code. Let's see, we have some options here. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, it's nice to have. Okay, install. And let's launch Visual Studio Code. That's fine, we can do that. Okay, so that's Visual Studio Code. We have that installed. What we want to do next is download Terraform. So let's get Terraform. So Terraform by HashiCorp. Here it is. You can try Terraform Cloud, but what we're going to do is we're just going to download the open source version. Install or update. Okay, it'll tell you right here, you come to this page, install Terraform. Operating system, right now we're working on Windows. If you're working on one of the others, you can find it there. We want the AMD 64, that's what we want. And we are now downloading Terraform. Okay, let's show that in folder. Alright, there's Terraform. So we're gonna expand that, extract that. Let's do that. And there it is, Terraform. Okay. So again, we're going to want that to be somewhere in our path. So let's just see what we did last time. I think what we did was we just placed it somewhere in the path. And that's what we can do here. Let's just do that same thing. So let's open up a PowerShell ICE. Let's do that. PowerShell ICE. I'm going to run that. And okay, let's just echo the %path figure out. Nope, that's not what it is. What is it? echo it is okay. That would be correct for the command, but that's not what we're in. I think we have to do environment. Is this is it? Okay, so there we go. All right, so now we see the path. Let's just put it in here. Let's put it in this directory here. I think I do I copy that? Copy. We'll go here. We'll open another Explorer. And I will paste that in. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So now we're in Visual Studio Code. I'll go into Terraform and just bring that in. Okay, so now I should be able to use Terraform from anywhere on the system. Okay, so we have Terraform installed. We have VS Code installed. I think that is all we should need to do at this point. Let's see, anything else I want to do? No, I think that's it. All right. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Please subscribe if you can. I appreciate it, and thanks.